Welcome back. So it's been a while. It's been about 8 days, and I know those of you that follow the channel, follow what we're doing here on the homestead, probably wondering what's going on, what I'm up to, how things are going, all that fun stuff. Well, I haven't been here for the past 8 days, so I haven't had the ability to edit or upload a video. Hang out for a minute. I'll let you know where I've been, what I've been up to, and what I've got planned next. So I've been busy around here. Before I left my little road trip I'll tell you about, I finished emptying the shipping container. That shipping container outside those big doors is completely empty. I used my backhoe to pick it up and put some logs underneath it, so I should be able to roll it out of there and get it out of the way. That shipping container is keeping me from being able to pull my truck in here because my truck's a little bit too long. So get that out of the way. I've got a designated spot for it out in the middle of the drive. I've got to do a little bit of cleanup work out there, but I have a spot for it that I can park it and it'll be out of everybody's way until I can sell it and somebody can come and take it. I had thought about keeping it, but I'm not gonna keep it now. I could use some money from the shipping container to put concrete down here in the shop, and I don't need that structure. I can always build sheds if I need to. Got my sawmill out there, put it to use, make some lumber, and build something basically for free. So the shipping container is empty. The loft area is pretty full. Now I worry about how much weight I put up there. I've had friends and neighbors come over and say, that's the normal thing you build, it's overbuilt. You could probably park a tank up there and you wouldn't have to worry about it. But I worry about how much weight I put up there. So it is full, it's a lot of stuff up there, but the shipping container is empty and I'm happy about that. After I emptied the shipping container, I had a little road trip planned and I left on that road trip. Now my mom lives in the northeast corner of Montana, about 16 and a half hours away from where we live here. So it's a good drive. On the way, I stopped by my friend's house up in North Idaho, Martin Johnson Off Grid. He'd posted a video, it might have been a month ago now. He found a dozer track on his property, buried in the trees. I don't know how old it is, but I saw the springs on it. I believe it's a dozer track. It's got these heavy, heavy duty springs. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, man, those springs, I don't know what I'd use them for. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I really wanted them. So I contacted him. I said, hey, if you don't want that piece, if you're not going to use it for yard art or something, or if nobody else, around your place wants it, let me know. I'll come up there and grab it sometime. Just happened to be, he didn't want it, and I was on my way to my mom's house. Slight little detour, but stopped by his place and picked it up. Now, if you want to check out his channel, I'll leave a link right up here and in the description. Go check out his channel, tell him I sent you over there. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. After I picked that piece of dozer track up and got it set in the back of my truck, went out to my mom's house. My mom lives pretty rural, like out in the middle of nowhere rural. It took her 1.5 years to 2 years to get a contractor to go out there and re-roof her house. So it's really rural. And she wanted landscaping done. She wanted somebody to come by and look at her house, somebody that she trusted, to let her know what she should be saving up for to replace. It's an older place. I don't know when it was built, but it's definitely older. I know this because it's got single pane windows in it. Single pane wood frame windows, and it has what they call storm windows on top of that, which is something I guess you put on for the winter. What it looks like is another window that turns your single pane window into a dual pane window to help you keep some of the heat in your house. Well, looking at her house, gave her some ideas on what to save up for, and I helped her re-landscape her whole front yard, which isn't very big. Her whole front yard is, I think it was 42 feet by maybe 15 feet. And we didn't have to buy anything. She had a whole bunch of supplies there already. It was just kind of strung out and thrown together from the previous people that owned her house. She'd never got a chance to re-landscape it. So spent some time with my mom, re-landscaped her front yard, went out, did some things, checked out some things in the area, just basically spent some time with my mom. As part of the little road trip that I had planned, included stopping by my dad's place outside Boise and spending at least a day with him. Now, the difference in drive time from my mom's house to my mom's house to my dad's house is, I think, 40 minutes. 40 minutes longer to come to my place. If I come to my place, I've got another 5 hours to go from here to my dad's house. But I get to spend an evening and part of a morning with my wife and kids before I head back out to my dad's place. So I kind of decided to do that. I also had that big piece of dozer track I would love to get out of the back of my truck. And my mom had a piece of exercise equipment that she wanted me to sell for her because she can't sell it up there in the middle of nowhere. So I told her I'd bring it back, I'd sell it for her and send her out the money. So I came back to my place, spent an evening, the next morning, part of the next morning with my wife and kids, and then I jumped back in my truck and went to my dad's place and just sat out there and chilled with my dad for, I think, a little over a day. So that brings you guys back up to speed on how we're doing out here on the homestead, what we're doing, where I've been for the past 8 days, and why you haven't seen an update. As far as what's up next, moving that shipping container's next. I want to get that out of the way. I've got the spot for it picked out, a little bit of cleanup work to do, and I'm hoping that this one moves just as easy as the last one. Just by putting logs underneath it to act like wheels, roll right across the top of those, we'll get that thing put out there in the middle and out of the way. Make some more room so we can pull a big concrete truck in here and pour concrete in the shop. Until next time, guys, go make something.